I was going to do this on my phone. Phone storage was not having it. And you know what? Normally, I would have stopped. I would have said, that's it, not tonight. But this is important, and I will not do that. I mean, technically it's tomorrow, but, I only got home around 1, so... Anyway, sorry, this shirt just always makes me feel a lot better about myself because it's tied around the trim. It's not short, small for me. It's the rest of the shirt's my size. It's just for some reason right here, they made the trim really like tight. So anyway. Hello, how are we? Cup of juice. Jeez Louise. I have not recorded or posted anything for YouTube in a while, but what better way to start off my new dedication to YouTube and to content creation in general than to make a video about this? The next year is coming up. The next year is going to be my year for change. That's the most important thing this next year. 2020. See a new me. Hashtag see a new me. 2020. Me. You. Me. You. Me. And you. If you want you. But mainly me. I am going to be doing a challenge for myself. Not a resolution, even though it's lining up together with that. But I've been thinking about this for quite a bit. The biggest factor of my life is that I've never liked myself. Well, other people have made me not like myself. And then I just have become complicit in my mediocrity to the point where I would be completely comfortable working a menial, horrible job for the rest of my life if I didn't have a son. I have a kid, by the way, in case you don't know that, which most people won't, but there you go. I like to get nasty. I also need a haircut. But, oh well. But the most important thing in my life has been that I have changed in a lot of ways, and I've always focused on how can I become different, because people didn't like me, so I wanted to become funny, because I wasn't pretty enough, I wasn't athletic enough, so I focused on what could I make different, and it made me feel really good when people laughed. When people laugh, they're not being mean, they're not being rude to you, they don't have anything bad to say, and people like you, people want to talk to you, and they like that person. So I changed. I focused everything into becoming as funny as I could, because then people would like me. Then I realized over time that I just wanted to present an image of myself to people. And I've only realized this about this year, a year before, that I did not want friends. I did not want to be talking to people. I just wanted them to constantly only see me in the best light, because I was afraid that if they saw any more, they wouldn't want to be my friend and they wouldn't like me, and that I would annoy people over time. So I distanced people consistently. I got into a relationship a little bit after I had the kid. Bad idea for people. Bad idea. But, you live and you learn. When I was 18, I was in that for 3 years, and then 2 more years after that of on it. Not really your business, but in the 2 years after that, I think I truly was absolutely trying to change into a different person, and I have. It's numbers. I have become so much more consistent, much more smarter with my money, smarter with how I handle things. I have worked on my anger. I have worked on my pride. I have swallowed it and just accepted, even before then, even during the relationship, I would know. I would be told how I'm doing this wrong and that's bad, and then I'd be like, okay, you're absolutely right, and then try and fail at whatever. But change has always been the cornerstone of my life. My idea of I can get better and I can make things different. But that whole relationship thing goes into my inability to form connection with people, because I didn't want people to see me in any other light. And that was the problem. I wanted to be liked. I wanted to be wanted. I wanted to be desired in every kind of way, always, on all times. And it's become an obsessive nature of mine. and I'm working against that. But overall, that was the next step. That's the next step of my life, is to change that. So moving on into 2020, I'm going to try to have more conversations with people, try to keep up with my Discord, because I'm not in it and I don't talk all the time. I watch it, I look at it, I read stuff, but I just don't talk to people or try to have fun with anybody, because, you know, I'm an observer and always have been. A CVC camera that scans from one side to the next. Always there, but never a part of things. Just watching. But I want to change that. I want to become different. Drink every time I say change. I want to be different. I want to talk to people and not care if I have to keep a conversation going, because as of right now, I only have conversations to see the end of it. I like when people message me, I just go, okay, how can I make them laugh, and then leave. So I try to end the conversation as soon as possible, because I like doing other stuff and I like coming back, and that isn't gonna be different. I will always message late. That I don't know what it is about you guys who've had friends your entire life, you entitled pieces of crud. All right, you're used to being always get having conversation. Well, some of us were bullied so heavily and didn't have great family relationships, so we were stuck by ourselves as the middle child in our own room, only having friends with ourselves and having to play imaginary games with ourselves, and our only friend being, inanimate objects or things that we knew weren't real, absolutely weren't real. We were too smart for that, I guess, smart, you could say, and we just did it because it felt comfortable. So when it comes to messaging, we don't like to do it. So sorry that you're used to people responding immediately. Oh, you don't want to talk to me? No, I'm forgetful. I got ADHD. You expect me to remember every single... once I set my phone down, it can be in my hand. I can be talking to you right now and then immediately forget. Another notification will come up, and that's something else will happen. Or I'll just look to the right. Conversation is gone in my mind. Forgot about it. I messaged someone in a group chat what their ad was for TikTok so I could follow them. I only just now remembered. That was like 2 or 3 days ago. I only just now remembered to go back there. And that's millions of messages, because there's like almost 30 people in that group chat. So it's like I had to scroll and people talk so much. So I had to scroll. Whatever. Found it. Doesn't matter. Good Lord, I'm a rambler. Anyway, so skipping all that, going on to new things instead of sad things. This new year is going to be my chance to see if I put as much effort, as much as possible, to see how different I can be at the end of it. So January 1st, that's when it starts, to January 1st, the next year is when it ends. Exactly at 1 a.m. That's when I can stop. That's when I stop and I have to immediately look at myself at 1 a.m. or 12. Sorry, not 1, but 12. Why do I keep thinking that 12? Okay, 12. 12 a.m. New Year's Day. Next year. That's when next year, technically, because we're not even in that year. So, it's the 29th. So, whatever. Shut up. So that immediately at 12 o'clock, I stop, I take an assessment of myself, I make another video, which I'm going to be making check-ins and all that, but I make a big video explaining how things have become different, and, whatever. So this is the New Me Challenge, the 2020 See a New Me Challenge that I'm doing for myself, and only myself, and my son, and that's the only reason why I'm doing it, because that kid that I mentioned, that I have, When I was a kid, I didn't know my father. I didn't know who he was. I knew what he was, but I never met him. I had this idea that he was a superhero, and because I was so lonely, and because I didn't have friends, because my mother was constantly working, because she was a single mom with 3 kids, because my brother stopped being my friend and started hating me. He was going through things, it's okay. And I hated my sister because I was going through things. I've already apologized. We've all apologized. We still don't get along. Not always, but we try. I thought, if he was here, I'd be loved. That's the only thing that I'm missing is him. And then I'd be loved, and I wouldn't be so lonely. If I had a father, he would spend his time with me, and I wouldn't be so lonely. That was shattered several times. 2 times. Once when I called him on my birthday, my mom called him and then handed me the phone, and this is, mind you, the first time I've ever talked to my father, and before then had tried my absolute hardest to, know this dude. Well, not know this dude, but my mind was like putting him up on this pedestal. So I thought, I'll be funny, because that's what I wanted to be. My brother was a little bit funny at the time, made people laugh, and I wanted to be funny because people liked you. So I'm about 7 or 8, I guess. I don't really remember, but I'm like, my heart is pounding. It did not look like it. But in the moment of confidence, I had full confidence. At this point, I was so confident in my life. And had he handled this differently, I think I would have been an absolutely different person today. I would be fantastically different. She hands me the phone, and I'm trying to be funny. That's it. It's my birthday. He's not here. I think I'll be funny. Hey, Dad, it's my birthday. Where's my present? I thought that was funny. I thought, well, you're not here. It's a joke. Obviously, you don't have one. I'm like, where's my... He took it so seriously, as if I'm saying, hey, deadbeat, where is my present? Which now I meant that. Where is my present? You still owe me one. Dad. Dead ass. If you come back in my life, you owe me that. And then we're never talking again. I want that present. And it better be a toy. It better be something that a child would want. And you're giving me that. And then I'm playing with it. And then taking a pee break on your grave. Okay? I'll make a toy out of your femur. Alright? We're going grave robbing. You better be cremated, boy. Anyway, he starts yelling at me through the phone, or at least what I would imagine is yelling, because I've never talked to the dude, and I just hear disapproval, and that's it. That's all I hear. I hear disapproval in his voice. It makes me bawl. I was already a crybaby, but that was just like, I came up to the phone. I was like, hey, Dad, chatting it up. Hey, Dad, it's my birthday. Where's my present? And then started, like, as he's talking to me, I can feel the tears going up, and I start panicking. My heart's pounding, and I start crying right there. I start panicking, and it wasn't like he was even really yelling at me or anything like that. It's just I get, maybe he was joking with me back. I still don't know, but at that moment in time, I couldn't tell. Maybe if I had been a little bit more confident, just even more chat, like, I could have, like, listened. But from my memory as a kid, he was not happy. And I don't think I made that. I don't think I misinterpreted the anger in his voice. Maybe I did after all these years, but who knows. My mom grabs the phone, and they're yelling at each other, screaming on the phone. I walk away. Because if it was a joke, he could have just said that to her. But I guess maybe she was also just saying her kid was crying, and then, God. My mom was like kind of like a sailor kind of woman. She cussed all the time. She was very harsh, very matter of fact, very so when she was angry, she didn't care what you were saying. Anyway, but I'm bawling, and I honestly don't remember the rest of my birthday after that. I blocked it out. In fact, I don't remember anything about that birthday. I blocked everything. All I remember is that. Just that. That call. My mom handing me the phone, me taking it. That. I was happy, and for the rest of the day, I wasn't. That killed my happiness for weeks. Another time. The second time that was shattered was when I was 13. Actually, I don't think this was much later. This was only a couple of years after that. So I could have been 10 or 11. I don't really remember. It was before I was in middle school. It was before all that. I think it was whatever. Doesn't matter. I was in my room. My mother drove all the way to the airport, got him a ticket, got him everything, got him in the car. I don't know this. I'm sitting in my room. It's a normal day. My mom knocks on my door. I go up to open it. Because normally she just opens it. It's her room. She just walks in. So I'm not used to that. She just knocks on the door. Okay, so I go to open it, and I'm a shy kid. Thanks, Dad. It's all your fault. I could have been a Chad at that early age. But I'm a shy kid, so I see a man standing in front of me, and men are not in my life at all, really. And the men that were always terrible. So, I'm seeing this man, and I'm immediately red faced, and I'm like shocked. You would have thought that I already knew that was my dad. Didn't. He looked completely different from his pictures. Older and sadder. My mom's staying off to the left. This is just his sky, and he's got this smile on his face, like he's expecting me to just know who the heck he is. My mom says, "You know who that is?" And I'm like, beet red. I'm like, "No." It's like, "That's your dad." And it's like he never yelled at me. It's like he hasn't been absent in my life. I melted. I was so excited. I was like, "My dad's here. I'm worth something now." Wah 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 wah. Mind you, it's been a while. He was in the house for a while. I didn't know that. I'm still mad about that. He was in the house for a long time. I guess just catching up with my mom. And I'm upstairs, none the wiser. And my sister's having more time with him. We go to DC to have fun. Go to DC to have fun for the day. Drove all the way up there. Whatever my dad wanted to do, I wanted to do. I didn't care about the African History Museum, but he wanted to go, so I wanted to go. My mom talked us out of that. We went to the Holocaust Museum instead, which still a very important museum, still a very interesting museum, still a very sad museum. But I was mad, and I hated the museum. Sorry, it's a child. I'm with my dad. I just knew that I wasn't allowed to go. I think we went to the African Museum after, but we went there first. But whatever. I think my mom's just been there like a million times. I don't know. She studied African history when she was in college. I don't know. Whatever. But I was still a very emotional kid back then, and I cried a lot all the time. People made fun of me for it. My family called me a faker because they said I always fake cried. No, I just cried. I was just, whenever I was upset, and still sometimes when I get upset, I get a little teary. I don't know why. I'll be mad, belligerent, and then just, it makes me want to bawl out. No idea why. I'll get the tears there, but anyway. And the only thing I can remember my dad saying was to my mom, "Why does he cry so much?" Well, crap. I also do remember he was sitting at the door. He was just about to leave, and he was talking to me. He was saying, "I'm gonna stay here for a week, and we're gonna hang out, or blah blah blah. We're gonna do all these amazing things." And I was like, "Yeah." I was so excited. I was like, "We're gonna redo this. We're gonna have time to do all this." No. Gone the next day. Got on a plane. Left. Crushed. And at that point, I no longer cared about my father. I no longer cared, and I still don't care where he is, what he's doing. But I still feel the pain of a child, obviously. And after that, I no longer cried. I mean, I still probably did, but overall, I started to feel less and less connected to people. And I stopped feeling love. I no longer loved my mother. I didn't ever love my brother. I did, but then that left when he was mean to me. And I still wanted to be friends with him and wanted things to be different, but I hated him because he hated me, and everybody hated me, so I just hated him because I had to go home and be hated. I didn't love my sister. And up until now, and even now, I still don't love anyone. Now, mind you, I've had a lot of pain and suffering. I've had a lot of traumatic experiences from a lot of things that I won't go into, a lot of things that have happened to me and around me. I have seen a lot of people die. That's completely separate, but you know what I mean. Like, there's a lot of other stuff that it's not so nice around the same type of bad stuff. But I became shut off. I went crazy overall, but not just because of that, because of multiple things. But I can mark that as the day that I truly stopped feeling love for people. I started thinking, nah, There's no point. People are disappointing, and they're mean, and they're hateful, and nobody loves me. All that blah, wah, wah. I cannot consistently remember anything about my life. And there have been times where I have gone to bed and woken up a day or two later. No memory of the days before. I had been suffering from antisocial behavior for the longest time of my life. I was into drugs and into alcohol, getting drunk, altering my experience, feeling something. I guess it was also my way of acting out, hoping to get noticed, but I didn't want to be noticed at the same time. I also started smoking. Weirdly enough, I found an entire cart. I'm talking an entire bag. Like it was like someone robbed a gas station and just left an entire bag of cigarettes. Thinking now, I'll get into this in a second. I'll tie that thought. I'll come back to that. But I found an entire bag of cigarettes. Like individual cartons were in there, just with my friend. And I kind of gave him some. He was like kind of like a skater, kind of emo guy. This was like when we were young. This was around middle school, I think. I remember some parts of my life, bits and pieces, but I grabbed that bag and I go home. I start smoking. Find a lighter. I'm using barbecue lighters, the hard as heck to light ones, to smoke outside by myself. Well, a neighbor saw me. My neighbor saw me. Saw that I was smoking. Bad. Mind your business, to be honest. But told my mom. She found out. Got really mad at me. I don't really remember she did the whole parent, that weird era relic from a long time ago. Smoke all of these then. I think she joked about it or said that, and I was like, okay, Ma. And was gonna do it, but yeah. So that's the only time my mother's caught me with any kind of substance I shouldn't have. Otherwise, sorry, I'm really sneaky. Otherwise, it's hard. Pills don't make a smell. Weed does, but anyway, I went bananas. I talked to myself all the time. And I was scared of being any more different than normal. That's why I didn't cry too. That's why I didn't speak out, because I didn't want anyone to have any more reason to be mean to me. Because it seemed like if I'm doing nothing to people, I'm literally just sitting here and they're still mean to me. If I do something, they'll be even more mean to me. So, that was not the case. I finally, sooner or later, made friends in the bikini, and it completely died down. And honest to God, I don't care about those kids. And everyone that I've ever known up until this point, up until after all that, can perish for all I care. They don't matter. They're not important at all. And look at me. I'm succeeding. And you are gonna die and live in nothing. What's it like to be a footnote in history? I don't know. I went crazy. Bananas. So I wasn't great. And while now this full on bad, but I was getting very hostile in my thoughts. Bad. Knew that from the beginning. I had morals from the beginning. Even then, I thought, no, that's not good. I'll go to jail, and then I'll be hated because this is a bad... And really, at the time, all I cared about was not being hated. I didn't really feel it like it was wrong. I was like, no, I'm going to be hated. Which now I do, obviously. But, back then, messed up brain, antisocial brain, I just thought I have to be liked. Because I obsessed over it. I became obsessive. I didn't even have crushes on people. I just obsessed over people. I made myself because it felt different, when I felt like I was in love with someone. So I was crazy. Crazy. So I don't remember any part. I just don't remember stuff. I don't. I was I'd go to school high. I'd go to school drunk. I'd go to school, and I was such a bad student, and there was no real difference. You couldn't really tell anything about me. I was really good at not sticking out, you know. It wasn't every day, obviously. It was, every once in a while. But, like, when I was a child, I couldn't get my hands on things. But I would mix stuff. I would grab stuff. I would get stuff. I would get things from friends or steal stuff from people. Or I'd go, I've never tried that. What's that like? Because people loved sharing if they think that they're going to your cherry for drugs. Alcohol was easy. People just leave that lying around. I mean, you would be surprised with the things I've found just lying around. Anyway, alcohol was much later though. It's crazy though. Anyway, but I stopped enjoying. I mean, this is embarrassing, but I'm talking full on blown. Like, I would be like staring in the dark, just at the ceiling, and just One time one time I got on the floor on all fours and was just screaming at myself. I was trying not to be loud because, I didn't want anyone to stop me, or I don't know, but I was just like, I don't know what came over me, but I was just like head on the ground, like yelling in my mouth, into like a, like, where you don't open your mouth, you just, no idea why. During then it made sense, but now, can't tell you why. The only things I could feel at all, because I was apathetic, was very extreme happiness, laughing, joyous times, peace when people weren't being rude or following me, or when I felt like people were liking me, very aggressive anger, and then very apparent sadness. Otherwise, I was an empty shell. Just getting up. I'd fill my time with games, escapism and all that, which is why I love the games. Anyway, all that. But I hated it. I hated feeling like that all times, and I thought, I want to change. Because I was depressed, I was suicidal, I was all kinds of things. And like a light switch, as soon as I got friends, as soon as I started getting older and things started changing and I stopped doing so much drugs and stopped drinking so much secretly, which is so weird because now I cannot handle liquor. I cannot handle drinking. I'm a lightweight. Can't do it now. If I'm with people, if I'm around people, when I'm by myself, I can drink heavily. When I'm with people, it's like out the window. It's like if I have one shot, I have to go use the bathroom to like stabilize myself, and I think that's just my body saying, no, we're not doing this again. Oh man. Which is why I also hate when people, they see, that I vape, and they're like, that's not good for you. Oh, God, I thought you were better than this, or something like that. Teenagers, they are. I'm like, honey, I've done coke. I've done a lot worse. Okay, my body's not a temple. It's a surprise that none of my organs are damaged. These organs are still, usable. That's crazy. My liver's still usable. All my organs are nice and pristine, and, wonderful. Then again, I wasn't an average. I would go through. I'm not gonna go into all this. I know that this is kind of triggering for some people, but sorry. Anyway, so I wanted to change. I wanted to be different. I wanted to be better than I was because I said I'm tired of being alone. I'm lonely. I'm sick of it. I hate it. It's so lonely. Somebody talk to me. Somebody like me. Somebody please like me. I'm tired. I want to have friends. I want people to like me. And I did have friends here and there, but I wanted more. I wanted to be loved and adored. To I guess replace the love that I didn't feel for my father or my mother or my family and all the people around me. I was called the N-word hard. Here's another story. like elementary school, I had to go wipe her ass with my jacket, my jean jacket. My mom didn't have money. She would only splurge on us when she could, and when it came to, she wanted us to look nice, because I guess psychologically, as long as we looked good, as long as the house was clean, it was manageable. Her pain was manageable, life was manageable, because her life may be a mess, but her kids don't look like it. She may be struggling with money, but she'll make sure her kids don't look like it. So she bought that jacket. It was a nice jacket. I'm in class. I think it was like second or first grade. I don't freaking know. There's a bathroom over here or something like that. This B word. I'm not going to give her name because I still remember it. Because I still feel burning hatred for her. Burning hatred. If I met her now, I honestly don't think I don't know if I could forgive her, because she was mean. There was a time that I'm gonna just give you everything about my life real quick that I remember. She took my jacket and wiped her butt with my jacket. I put my jacket on because I'm an absent-minded kid. Put it on. I'm riding the bus, not noticing a thing. I get home. I take the jacket off. My mom picks up the jacket. Doo-doo. Doo-doo on my jacket. Straight butt streaks. A circle. Brown circle on my blue jean jacket. I thought I leaked out onto the jacket. I might as well have checked my back. Like, oh my god, am I missing melanin? I did nothing to anybody, and that's the level of stuff that would happen to me. I'd get beat up. People would wipe their butts with my jacket. People would call me the N-word, which is, I think, just racist. They were just being racist. I took it as they were just being mean because it was me. I honestly used to think that people just had that word for me. Weirdly. I almost died several times. People would walk up to me and say, I don't like you. For what? I am surprised. I have no idea why I'm not. I truly don't know why I want to live forever. That's a wonderful difference from then, because I really did not want to. I was just so scared. I think that's also why I did it. I'll put a trigger warning in the video, in like the title or something, about like life and all that, because I like being nice, and I know that not everybody wants to consume this kind of media, but whatever. Where was I? Poo-poo doo-doo jacket. Oh, yeah. I think I wanted to die by accident. Like I didn't have to do it myself, 'cause I was a big scaredy chicken. I would sometimes do it. I would be like, oh, I'm ready to go, and then and then I'd cry, and then chickened out, which is good. I'm glad I didn't, but oh my god, I felt worthless. Not to, the Joker movie, I do not feel anything for that movie as like, oh, this is my movie or anything like that. Because it's just a movie. It's just a movie. All right. It was entertaining. It was all right. It was like, there were parts that I was like, okay. But I liked a lot of different parts of them that were like, okay. But the line where he says, I haven't been happy a single minute of my life, or something like that. I don't know why, but I was like, me too. Everything else, I'm just sitting there like, wow, this guy can't. Well, we've all been there, buddy. Whatever, but that line, I was like, Jesus Christ, I have not been happy a single minute of my life. It has been horrible. Poor, homeless, several times, hungry, freaking bullied. You know, other things that I don't want to say right now that have happened to me. I have not been happy. I have never been happy. And which is why I like to laugh and why I like to smile and why I like making other people laugh, because I am so unhappy. I am so unhappy. And I'm constantly unhappy. And 6 months ago, or something like that, no, it was actually recently, pretty recently, I almost got back into that type of thinking. And since then, I have not wanted to work at my job. And I've been forcing myself to because, my son. And I was scared, you know. I was told that, if I didn't get another job, if I quit and didn't have another job, didn't have another bit of income, that'd be it. I wouldn't be able to see my son. I panicked. That's the only good thing in my life. That's the only thing worth anything in my life is my son. It's the beauty that it is. He's a happy kid. He's always happy. He's always smiling. Always laughing. He is constantly surrounded by love. All the time. And I am not envious or jealous. But so glad. And I thank God, I wish that were me. I'm so happy it is. It's him. I'm so glad that he isn't living like me. Every minute of every day. I tell you, when I held him, I cried. And I don't feel things still. I'm almost crying now, but you know what I mean? Like, it's hard for me. It's hard for me to connect and feel empathy. I'm apathetic at all times. I'll tell you, you can tell me the most sad story about your life, and I just don't. It doesn't resonate. My own family. I've handled other people telling me, ugh. But I was crying so hard. I held him in my arms, and man, oh man, was it so beautiful. He was ugly though. God, newborn babies are not. But in my mind, he was beautiful. Had an oblong head. Could not tell. I just was like, this is my son. And then I'm looking at photos like months later. This thing was like, they stretched his skull out. I'm glad that we pushed that thing in, kind of. Like, his head is flat though. My head is like, you can't tell with this, but my head is round. Like, I'm saying round. Again, I wish I could show you, but like, there's not even a flat part back here. It's just round. I've got a perfect bald head. I've got a perfect skull for being bald. I hope my son does not go bald. I am so sorry, but you are going to be bad looking. Just wear a wig, get plugs. I'm sorry, kid. Or shave your head. And don't shave your head because you'll be bald then. What am I saying? Just don't have a head. Anyway. But Lord. Anyway. Remember this video was supposed to be about my challenge to myself? Okay, but that's what it is. It's for my son. Ta-da! That's the big thing. I want my son to look at me like I looked at him. Because for the first time in 11 years, I think I felt what love was. Or I think I'm feeling what love is. I don't remember what love felt. Didn't remember what love felt like. And I would tell myself that I loved his mom, but I think I was just very obsessive. no, I love her as a person, like, despite all the stuff that's happened between us, I want nothing but the best for her, and I wish that I could become her friend because I'm so much better, and I want her to see that. I'm like, yeah, I'm a cool person now, but I understand. I was a doo-doo head, so doo-doo jacket, doo-doo person, but whatever. But I felt love again, and I just want him to see me in the best possible light. So I'm gonna see by trying my best to change every aspect of my life. I got rid of my job. I'm gonna be doing more YouTube videos. I'm going to be producing as much stuff as I possibly can. I'm going to be exercising because I want to get a bigger body. I want to be buff. I want to be strong. A strong body for my son so I may protect him from all dangers. I want to clean my room, be more organized. Look at how disgusting this room is. My bed's right there. I was like, how is that blanket floating? Completely ignoring the white spot right here. There we go. I don't know distance. There we are. Whatever. I want to see every Monday following January 1st, I'm going to do a cup of juice, showing you my progress, showing you how much I've cleaned my room, how much I'm consistently keeping clean, and it's not a once and done kind of thing. It's not like 6 months down the road, I'm at the level I want to be, and I'm like, oh, okay, challenge is over. It's every day I change something, or not change something, but try to change something, or try to be better, try to do something I want to change. So I'm not going to be exercising every single day because you obviously have to have a rest period. Or at least I'm going to give myself a rest period. I don't care. So, just twice a week, 3 times a week. 4 times a week. I don't know. Exercise one day, day off. Exercise another body group one day, day off. Exercise another body group one day, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to try to eat better. I'm going to try to learn another language maybe. Or pick up drawing again. Or try to write more. Just anything to make myself get closer and closer to being someone different. I want to change a lot of my mannerisms if I can. I want to find a style for myself because I don't have one. I don't care what I wear, but I do want to find what makes me feel like that's me in clothing, I want to wear stuff that's not expensive, just me, Which, to be honest, this is me. I do like this shirt. I do like the wearing hats. And all that, but it's not, this is my comfort clothes. I'm talking about clothes that I wear specifically because I want to feel good, I do like suits. I love feeling, that's another thing. When you wear a suit and people like look at you different, I mean, despite my hair, because I wore a suit with all this hair, because I wore a suit for my son's birthday when I went to go see him. Gotta dress your best for the person in your life that matters the most, Gotta. It's a special day, so he deserves to see me at my best. Always. That's another thing that I was doing. I was like, oh, it's his birthday. He's 4 now. I've got to look my best. Because, I remember being 4 and being like, I'm here now. And then never remembering anything after that. Whatever. But I'm like, I want him to see me on his birthday, do it, like, looking good instead of my normal disheveled clothing that's like dirty from work because I'm too lazy to go wash it, my sad sunken eyes, my messy beard, and my sad demeanor. I went there, I hung out with them for 20 minutes because that was all I could. I was loud. They were doing stuff. It was just like they brought a whole bunch of family. It's not a big deal. I was in his room with him for 20 minutes. I didn't really get good pictures. I forgot. I meant to get a lot of pictures with us on his birthday. I only got 2. But I meant to get them framed. Anyway, but I wore it. I gave him his gift, and I was like, whoa. Christmas, I was comfortable, because Christmas is Christmas. I mean, his birthday and Christmas are one, they're right next to each other, so. He's a Sagittarius. Whatever. But and also, I mean, it was the day after Christmas, anyway. So I'm a rambler. That's another thing I'm gonna try to get better at. Won't. I'm gonna try to make sure that my videos are shorter. And that I stop sharing every freaking detail about myself. I'm a private person, I promise. I'll tell you a lot about myself, but I don't like you guys knowing who I am. I don't want any of you calling me by my name. I just don't. I'm Juicy. I'm Juicy. Juicy Saft. Because that's who I want to be. I'm not me. I'm not who I was born as. I'm not the person that was born into this world. I get to be who I decide to be. I don't like my name. I don't like my life. I don't like a single second of my existence. But I love my son. And I'm going to change and hopefully laugh far more and mean it with all my heart. And laugh with him. And maybe, just maybe, spend as much time with him as I possibly can. And watch him grow. And see him be proud of me. He's the only one that I care about. He's the only one that I care sees me. That's what's changed. None of you matter to me. I'm gonna be honest. And none of your opinions. You can like me, you can hate me, you can, support me 1 minute and then hate me the next. But you don't matter. Not a single one of you matters as much as my son does. Don't get that twisted. Don't say, oh, well, we're not important to him. I'm saying that you will never hold a candle to my son. As it should be. You're random people. I don't know you guys. I'm sorry, but your opinions, you can keep them to yourself. I don't care. I don't care. For once in my life, I don't care. I don't care about you guys. Well, not you guys, but people. I don't. None of you matter. What you think of me, what you say about me. I'm happy just changing for him. It's for myself too, but I hope I can be more serious too someday. It's been a problem. This is a long video. I'm sorry. Oops. That's another thing. I'm getting comfortable crying in front of people again. Because I have not cried in a long time. And I'm not saying that I hid it. I genuinely never cried anymore. And now I do. Now I feel things again. I'm getting better. And no matter what anybody does, no matter what anybody says, no matter what I've messed up, what I haven't, if I can be someone different 10 years from now, why can't I be someone different 1 year from now? Why can't I be someone different tomorrow? Why can't I be someone different today? Every day is a gift. Every moment, a magical miracle. Time is on our side. I have had a horrible life. I have never been happy with it. And I still hate every moment of my waking existence, but it's finally worth something because my son, and because I'm describing the worth I want to put out in the world, and that's to him. Sure, the fame and all that, regardless, time is on my side. Oh, I almost forgot. The carton of cigarettes thing. The side note, I think the universe felt bad. Felt bad for me at some point. And that random encounter was like the first time that I noticed that the universe was trying to give me things. The universe is saying, so sorry, man. I'm sorry. That's my bad. There's nothing I can do, but let me try. Let me guide you to the right ways. I thank you, universe. Seriously, you know what? I'm not going to be joking about it. My God is the universe. The existence itself. My passion, pleasure, my point in life to get away from ever having to feel sad again. Thank you. Anyway, weird video, but yeah. So if that interests you, stick around with me for the year. See if I change. See if I get different. See if I, am cooler. See if my camera doesn't look like butt. See if this room looks nicer. Or don't. I'm gonna do it regardless. Because I don't care. Whether one of you stays or more. It's for me. It's for my son. It's for my future. And I'm gonna do it. I will succeed. Because life has not wanted me to for a long time. Good day. Have a wonderful night. Love you all. Yeah. Don't be shitty to people. Because you deserve to perish if you do. If you are. Genuinely. I hate your guts. You make people's lives horrible. And I'm coming for you. Bye!